What's going on? Charles Botenston here. Today we're going to be talking about the vital areas that you have to focus on as literally a bare minimum. Just an absolute bare minimum to live longer, to have more energy. And this is something that there was research, obviously, and you knew that maybe what you're eating or not doing, which is going to the gym or things like that, you're like, I wonder if this has an effect. But because of how the ease of use getting around between a car, you don't even need to even use a skateboard because they have electronic skateboards and bikes that are also motorized. I'm not talking about motorcycles. I mean, like, there's bikes that charge energy and it's stored energy. What is that? Kinetic energy. And then they use that energy. Like, I see or bike messengers all the time, and they have this. They don't even need to pedal. So literally everything is getting, and food and everything else is right there. So it's really education that's going to make you live longer, to live healthier, to not have any problems. I just came out with a video that said, do you want problems now or do you want problems later? You're going to have it. If you the problems now are all of your friends are away on vacation, or they're eating like shit, or they're not exercising, and you're sitting there and you're busting your ass, you're eating salads, you're saving money, and depending on the way you think about it, you're like, I want that cake, but I'm having strawberries. I want to not go to the gym, but I am going to go to the gym. That could be pain, in quotes, pain in your mind, or it doesn't have to be. But the biggest thing is, if you want, and if you say you eat the cake and you don't exercise and you don't save money, you're going to have pain later on in life. In other words, you're going to have diabetes, you're going to be broke, or you're going to be bankrupt, or you're going to be overweight, you can't lift your children, you're not living that long, you're visiting the doctor all the time, and then you have to go on medication and pills and everything else, and it's just endless. So you want pain now or later. To back end with that story are three areas that, I always talk about observing life and just saying, okay, I observe that when I feel a fear and I do it anyway, I get confidence. That's observing life. You're like, okay, what made me get confidence? What made me get up this morning and go to the gym? What were my thoughts? And then you just keep on thinking that. You keep on doing it. You take action on what works and whatever doesn't work, you just get rid of. So the biggest thing is three areas. We'll start with the most obvious, which is, so it's the three M's. So number one is, we'll say matter. Okay, so matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. Matter in two different contexts: what you put in your body and what you put on your body. Okay, and I'm going to have a more in-depth conversation, and actually an only video about what you put in and on your body. So what you put in your body, obviously there's really only two things. It's solids and liquids. So if we're talking about liquids, first is, what do you drink? Do you drink Coke? Do you drink alcohol? How much do you drink? Do you drink it too much? Do you drink it too little? Look up on it, because I've noticed a significant difference when I have sugar, and I'm not talking about fruit sugar, which is natural, and you shouldn't have too much of that, but literally on a pH scale of 0, I think, to 14, I think it goes 0 to 14, the alkaline acidic scale is at the 0.5, which is the lowest you can go. The lowest you can go, and I'll talk about the other M, that the lowest you can go, is high fructose corn syrup, is processed sugar, is the lowest you can go. It's the most acidic part of your body. What does that mean? That inflames everything around your organs. That makes your skin look like shit. It crushes your internals, your liver. It can't process it. It's not natural. So look up a video called That Sugar Movie. And it's amazing. So the way that they actually get high fructose corn syrup and all this processed sugar is that they take sugar, they boil it down, they melt it to such a consistency that they only get, instead of, because sugar is heavy and you can't put that much sugar in a drink, because have you ever poured sugar in? It's just sugar. So what they do is they boil it down and they literally only take the sweet part of sugar, and they have that and they liquefy it, and it's like 10 times as sweet, or it's the same size but 10 times sweeter. Okay? So what you put in your body is so important. Look at the labels. Check out where the meat or anything that you like, even things that you're like, oh, this is good for me, like protein bars or health bars. Those bars are shit. I'm an endurance cyclist. I know. I look at it, and halfway through some of my rides that are 150 miles, maybe even longer, I'm like, wow, I don't feel good. And then I look at the label, and then I start Googling the product, and I'm like, wow, this is what I put in my body. This is not natural, and it's not good for you. The second thing is with matter is what you put on your body. It's the deodorants you put under your armpit. It's the sunscreen. It's girls. It's makeup. It's the lip balm. It's hair products and conditioner and shampoo and soap and toothpaste. All these things that you put on your body, and obviously toothpaste you put in your body, but everything gets absorbed. You have pores. Like, people don't understand. They said one of the largest things that's killing the ecosystem in Australia for the Great Barrier Reef is sunscreen, because so many humans go in there and they cake it on because it's so hot around that when they go in and they dive around the Great Barrier Reef, that it's actually killing the reefs. And we put it on our body, which goes in our body, which is chemicals. Like, look at it. There's natural ways to do all of this. I only do natural ways because look at your deodorant. This is the best way to do it. Look at your deodorant. It has aluminum in it. And you wonder why women get breast cancer. You wonder why men get other types of cancer. They're like, oh, he looked like he was healthy. You literally apply deodorant right under your armpit every single day. Oh, and by the way, that's the area you sweat, which opens the pores, and the aluminum gets inside your body. Look at your deodorant. 10% is the minimum. This one guy at the gym that I go to literally had 20% of his, and it was I forgot what it was called, the actual deodorant name. It 20% was aluminum inside his deodorant. I picked up this girl that I was dating. 20%. It was called Secret. Is the company, which is a massive company. 20%. They're literally poisoning and chemicalizing all these women. So that's matter. Okay. Number 2 is movement. Smoking or a sedentary lifestyle, sitting down, is literally going to kill more people than sitting is the new smoking, is what they're saying, than anything in the future. Sitting down, all you do during school is sit down. All you do at work is sit down. You're on a bus, you're on a train, you're in a car, anything you do, you're sitting down always. You're having a meal. Like right now I'm standing up. Like I can't sit down because I know, and this is the reason, when you stand up, you not only is it good for your body, but it tightens your muscles. To stand up, you need your core, you need your abdomen, you need your glutes, you need your legs, you need your shoulders. But when you're sitting down, that's why you get back pains, because you're sitting like crap. Also, when you go like this and you're looking down at your phone, it's like putting 5 pounds of weight right here. And that's why over time it goes like that. Look at your posture. It's massive. Everything you do, just be aware of it. Observe it. Say, why do I have back pain right now? I'm 35. I don't have any pains. And I'll talk about the third part, which is the most important part, on curing all of this. Not curing all of it, but you do have to take action. But with movement, I'm going to come out with a video that's called OTSs. Or OTMs, I'm sorry. OTMs, opportunities to move. And I have gotten requests on, I go to school or I'm at work and then you sleep for 8 hours. You're literally sitting down all day long. You don't have any kind of actual, this is your butt. When you sit down, you're not actually using your gluteus maximus. I think that's your butt muscle. And that's why you have a flabby butt. And that's why you get back pain, because you're sitting down and then you're crouched over. That's why you get carpal tunnel syndrome, is because you're typing all day instead of actually calling, or you're texting instead of calling, or you use voice voice to text recognition. Like, there's other ways around doing things. Stop accepting what people are giving you. Stop accepting the food that school gives you. Stop it, or work or whatever. Like, I understand the easy way to actually go through life is to go the free route. The free route is, we're having a company party, eat this shitty food, sit down the whole time. It's like, no. When I scale my company, the number one thing is a healthy lifestyle. 100% is the number one thing is a healthy lifestyle. So you have matter, which is actual matter. You have movement, which is moving around. You have to move. And they came out with, I forgot the name of the woman that she has an incredible book, but she's the one that actually thought of OTMs, which is opportunities to move. Opportunities to move, which is take the stairs instead of the escalator. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Stand up, walk, park further away at the parking lot and walk. For me, I walk from the subway. I could easily get out of the subway, or I could easily take more subways to get to work, but there's an 8-minute walk that I do every single morning, and that's when I clear my mind or I listen to an audio book by Brian Johnson. Highly recommend his YouTube channel. It's called Brian Johnson. And so you have you have matter, movement, and mind. Mind is the most important thing. So there's the alkaline and acidic scale, and hopefully I'll Google it and find it. But literally someone's yelling right now. I don't know where they are. But mind. On the acidic scale, 0.5, you have high fructose corn syrup, which should be banned. It's like trans fat. It's like I think it's trans fat. It should just be banned from all foods. But obviously, the food lobbyists they make too much money. And to be honest, people will probably freak out because they're just drones and they just eat whatever's in front of them. They literally added sugar to buns in McDonald's hamburger buns. They added sugar. It's unbelievable. Look at what you eat. That's why you're gonna have pain, or you're lethargic, or you're fatigued, or whatever. So your mind is literally the most. It's beyond food. It's beyond movement. Your mind. You can live really, really long if you're a happy, outgoing person. I know very overweight, very unhealthy people, but they are happy. That is the most important thing. Is your mind. You have to feed it correctly. You cannot complain. You cannot have drama. Just get it out of your life. Get those people out of your life. Get the news. Get the social media, and just read. Just watch videos like this. Follow people that are amazing. Brian Johnson, Gary Vaynerchuk, who hustles, Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Les Brown. Just follow these people. There's so many, Simon Sinek, so many brilliant minds out there. Jason Silva, that just feed you just great positive information. Even Casey Neistat, who does daily vlogs, he keeps it to a positive nature. You have to get rid of just anything in your life, the reality TV in general. It's politics, anything in your life. That it's just, there's so much shit that you're addicted to. You get the four emotional I think it's emotional hormones or chemicals, whatever. I don't know the actual technical name for it, but it's EDSO, and that was brought up by Simon Sinek. You always have to give credit where credit is due. If anyone thinks that they know everything, they read it somewhere. So EDSO was an acronym. Thought up by Simon Sinek. So EDSO is endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and those are the first two, endorphins and dopamine, are addicting, and we need all four for survival back in the day. And that's one of the things. Read the book Sapiens on how we actually used to live, and I made a video about appreciation and gratitude and things like that. But endorphins and dopamine, the way we're actually getting those chemicals right now is the ding and the buzz of email, your cell phone, the notifications, social media, getting a new like, getting a new friend, getting a new follower, getting a new view, getting whatever. Like, people all the time on the YouTube channel are like, you should have more views, you should, and I agree. Like 100,000 or 1 million or 50 views. Like, Like, am I doing it for my ego, which I'm going to have a new member site on iCharles.com, and one of the first things that we're going to talk about is the ego. Because when you actually break everything down, every decision you make, everything you do, it comes down to the ego. So with your mind, you have to feed it correctly. If you don't feed it correctly, you're going to go bald, you're going to be stressed out, you're going to be anxious. There's multiple people. Dr. Wayne Dyer, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and who else can we bring into this that are absolutely amazing? And then there's Esther and Jerry Hicks. Look at the mind over matter. It is frightening. You can literally control everything in your life besides, obviously, law of attraction and things like that. I'm talking about literally disease. You cause your genes. Like I was talking to my dad, he's like, oh, they're probably born that way, or probably born overweight, or they're probably born where... No, you literally can influence your genes where you change your genes, good or for bad. All right? Have an awesome day. Move. Watch out what you put on your body and your mind. Those are the 3 M's to living as far into the future as you can, to living a vitalis, probably a made-up word of actualized, just a vital life. It's really what it comes down to, and that will give you happiness if you can keep to that lifestyle. Have an awesome day. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know any comments if you want me to dive into depth on any of these topics. Obviously, they're very broad, but those are the 3 areas: mind, matter, and movement. Have an awesome day. Talk to you guys soon.